Election Day.
I'm Maurice with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The 2024 franchise and transition tag deadline came and went Tuesday. A total of 9 players receiving the designations, including receivers Michael Pittman of the Colts and the Bengals' T. Higgins. They're set to make almost $22 million under the tag in 2024. Also making the list, linebackers Josh Allen and Brian Burns, Ravens defensive tackle Justin Matabuke, as well as defensive backs Antoine Winfield Jr., Jalen Johnson, and L'Jarius Sneed. Patriots safety Kyle Duggar received the transition tag, which allows him to negotiate with other teams, but gives New England a chance to match any offers. The players and their teams have until mid-July now to reach long-term deals, like the Texans did with tight end Dalton Schultz. The two sides agreeing to a 3-year, $36 million contract with $23.5 million fully guaranteed, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
And it is, we mentioned a Wednesday, and we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well, it's fair weather, and there'll be a little bit of a wind, not like it was Sunday, or Saturday. Yeah, we can handle this. Not a big deal. And, it'll be Jose Munoz live from the KXO booth at the fair on this evening. And Jose's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, he'll be right there. Yeah, the wind's not going to bother him a bit. Let's see. Coming up, we'll celebrate some birthdays. We will take a look at the election results as part of our local news. Yeah, we do all of that. Yeah, well, it's part of who we are. And have I told you lately that our morning news, like right now, is on YouTube? I didn't mention that, did I? Okay. It's on YouTube, and you can watch. You can let your friends and neighbors out of the valley know about it, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. Yeah, okay. And we've got a great Facebook page. Neat stuff. Lots and lots of pictures from the fair available on our Facebook page. Well, let's look back in history. On this date in 1836, Mexican General Santa Anna and his army captured the Alamo in San Antonio after a 13-day battle. Remember the Alamo. Hey, most people have trouble remembering where they put their glasses or what their password is. Yeah, okay. And having seen the Alamo, I'm sorry, it's not very impressive, at least not what remains of the Alamo in San Antonio. Yeah. Oh, and from jolly old England, Prince Harry has lost a high court challenge against the government over his security protection when he is in the United Kingdom. Yeah. According to information we received here at AM 1230, Harry and Meghan's security level has been reduced from CSI to Paw Patrol. Yeah. How about some birthdays? We've got our big shot birthdays, and we've got our important local birthdays. On the big shot birthday list, it's actor, writer Joanna Miles, 84. Actor Ben Murphy is 82. And we read this yesterday, didn't we? So it's the same birthdays as yesterday. Only I made the mistake and read them yesterday, so we'll just move right on to our local birthdays. The Burger and I in the Imperial Valley Mall has something special. Actually, 11 great lunch specials every day, Monday through Friday. And they're just $10. The Burger and I in the Imperial Valley Mall says, why limit the lunch specials to just one? They've got 11 lunch specials from 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. And the specials include the classic eye burger. You're going to love the food, and you can't beat the price. Oh, and there's happy hour from 5 till 8 with $2 off 22-ounce drafts. The Burger and I in the Imperial Valley Mall. 11 lunch specials for just $10 from 11 to 4 weekdays. The Burger and I at the mall. Happy birthday, Carla Anguiano, Amber Felix, Brittany Studer, Christina Hurtado, Andrew McGee, Amber Gonzalez, Eric Thomason, Harriet Scott, Cassidy Cosio, Brooks Anderholt, Kathy Avita, Mario Flores, Gloria Harrington, Mercedes Garcia, Patrick Daughtry, Molly Perez, Cheryl Griffin, Nubia Rubacalva, Elena Beltran, Noemi Martinez, Zoe Villagomez, Jackson Littrell, Isaiah Equeja, and my granddaughter, Emily Ann Lonis, celebrates a birthday today. Emily Ann teaching middle school in Lawrence, Kansas. Yeah. Oh, well. Let's see. We did mention somewhere along the way we've got local news. Yeah, we will share that with you. And what else is going on? Well, we had high winds. Las Vegas had high winds over the weekend. Yeah, the high winds shut down the Las Vegas airport last Saturday, which allowed people a few more hours to lose their kids' college funds. I think that's the way it went. Yeah. Okay. News. Let's get started so we can cover everything for you. We're going to start off with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
CBS News special report. It's a wrap for Nikki Haley.
I am filled with the gratitude for the outpouring of support we've received from all across our great country. But the time has now come to suspend my campaign.
The Republican presidential hopeful making her announcement in Charleston this hour after winning just one state, Vermont, on Super Tuesday.
Margaret Thatcher provided some good advice when she said, quote, never just follow the crowd. Always make up your own mind.
Haley is not endorsing Donald Trump.
At its best, politics is about bringing people into your cause, not turning them away.
She says he will have to earn her support and the support of her voters. Trump did not mention Haley in his victory remarks at Mar-a-Lago last night. Her departure clears the way for the former president to focus on a Biden-Trump rematch in November. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
My name is Josephine Conway, and I'm an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
California headline news. A November U.S. Senate race will apparently pit incumbent Democrat Adam Schiff against Republican Steve Garvey. They were at the top of the vote-getting list in Tuesday's primary. Schiff dealing with protesters demanding a ceasefire in Gaza.
I also find myself thinking a great deal of Senator Feinstein. Senator Feinstein, who was an incredible giant in the U.S. Senate.
Schiff, the leading vote-getter, but not by a lot. The campaign ending for Katie Porter and Barbara Lee, who finished third and fourth. Easy wins for Joe Biden and Donald Trump in their party's statewide primaries. Prop 1, the only statewide measure on the ballot. The mental health bond backed by Governor Newsom, still too close to call. San Francisco voters say yes to Prop 103. It expands crime-fighting powers for police, like using drones and surveillance cameras. Race for Sacramento mayor, very close between four leading candidates. Incumbent George Gascon leading in the race for LA County District Attorney. Gas prices just under $4.86 a gallon statewide this morning. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month, and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at nordicUSA.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
And it's page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley, at the Imperial Valley Mall, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at El Centro Motors. Well, yesterday, Election Day, George Gale has some very early numbers.
Presidential primary was held yesterday, Super Tuesday. So far, the polls closed at 8 o'clock last night. Counting is still continuing. They so far just at 8.33% voter turnout. But again, that is just at the beginning. The results for the statewide results for the U.S. Senate, it will be, so far it appears to be a runoff with Adam Schiff and Steve Garvey. Some sources are calling that already as the runoff in November between Schiff and Garvey. State Senate, Assembly District 36, district-wide results. The leader in that race is Jeff Gonzalez with 34.5% of the vote. The Superior Court judge seat 1, Christopher Plurd, is ahead with 65% of the votes. The Board of Supervisors District 2, Martha Carthen Singh leads that race with 45.77% of the vote. For Board of Supervisors District 3, Margarita Peggy Price leads that race with 53.58% of the vote. Ryan Kelly leads for District 4, Board of Supervisors, with 56.72% of the vote. Imperial Irrigation District Division 2, J.B. Hamby ran unopposed. The Imperial Irrigation District Division 4, the incumbent, Javier Gonzalez, leads the pack with 35.24% of the vote. Proposition 1, the no votes, 3,609. Yes votes, 3,525. Very close. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are. Well, a meeting with the Baja California Norte Attorney General and Imperial County District Attorney and Sheriff was held recently. Maria Elena Andrade Ramirez is the new Attorney General for Baja California. Sheriff Fred Miramontes and County District Attorney George Marquez recently held a roundtable discussion. Several public safety topics were involved, but according to sources, they established a collaboration between the Fiscalía General del Estado de Baja California, the Imperial County District Attorney's Office, and the Imperial County Sheriff's Office Topics of concern included law enforcement collaboration, community safety on both sides of the border, collaboration on information related to violent crime, and assistance on local farm agricultural thefts. The El Centro Library will host a special event today, Dr. Seuss Family Night. The event begins at 4 p.m., honors Dr. Seuss and Read Across America Day. Theodore Seuss Geisel was an American children's author who wrote more than 60 books under the pen name Dr. Seuss. His most famous work, and I have a copy, The Cat in the Hat. The event will include crafts, games, refreshments, and music. You can check out the El Centro Library Facebook page for more information. And an arrest has been made under a new federal act smuggling greenhouse gases into the U.S. 58-year-old Michael Hart was arrested this week in San Diego. He'll be the first prosecuted in the U.S. to include charges related to the American Innovation and Manufacturing Act of 2020. The AIM Act prohibits the importation of hydrofluorocarbons, commonly used as refrigerants, without allowances issued by the Environmental Protection Agency. Hart's being charged with smuggling the fluorocarbons or greenhouse gases into the U.S. from Mexico. He was arraigned on Monday. He entered a not guilty plea. A motion hearing is scheduled for March 25th. That's it for page one of the local news. A service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the Valley. And, of course, their mobile service. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. The Peanut Patch invites you to stop by and enjoy the Peanut Patch in Yuma. They've got a great variety of gift packs, and they can ship them almost anywhere in the known universe. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. They carry homemade chocolates in either bark or cluster forms. They make their own fresh English toffee. Pecan turtles made from a special recipe. And you'll love their yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds. Of course, the Peanut Patch is there for you. Easter isn't that far away. So take a trip to the Peanut Patch and pick up special treats for Easter. The Peanut Patch in Yuma also offers tours. So get on board and tour the Peanut Patch. You're going to love what you see. You're going to love the homemade chocolates. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Google the Peanut Patch. Bring up their website. You'll get directions and you'll see some of the great treats available at the Peanut Patch. It's local news, page 2, with a side of weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. Serving the best burgers in town. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course, happy hour from 3 till 6 p.m. every day. Burgers and Beer. Well, a major off-road event was held over the weekend. George Gale has some details.
It was the annual Tierra del Sol Safari, 3-day event, began Friday, last Friday, continued through Sunday. It is a 4x4 driving event that traditionally takes place in the Anza Borrego Desert State Park, which is home to the Ocotillo Wells Recreation Area. The 3-day event typically has a main festival area with dry camping and organized off-road trail rides. It normally draws thousands of visitors from outside the Imperial County. At this year's event, the Imperial County Sheriff's Office Off-Highway Vehicle Enforcement Safety Team conducted a saturation patrol enforcement in the Salton City area. They conducted more than 73 traffic stops, issued 33 citations for a variety of violations, 25 field sobriety tests were administered, and 4 arrests were made for DUI. County Sheriff's team was assisted by the California Highway Patrol and state parks. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, the Imperial Valley Desert Museum Lowlanders, a group of hikers based out of the museum in Ocotillo, they've scheduled a new hike. It'll be the Crucifixion Thorn Preserve. and it'll be this Sunday. Hikers expected to enjoy a view of a unique, rare plant in California. Museum says the plants and names are referenced to the Bible story of the plants placed on the head of Christ during the crucifixion. And if you want to go along, the hike will leave from the Imperial Valley Desert Museum parking lot at 8 a.m. Sunday. Dogs are welcome. And the California Midwinter Fair and Fiesta continues. George Gale has more.
California Midwinter Fair Wednesday lineup. The racing is back at the fair tonight. The Imperial Sport Compacts will take to the track. Races are free with fair admission. Also tonight, a tribute to Carrie Underwood and Jason Aldean at the Mechanics Bank Center stage. Gates open this evening at 5 p.m. and at 12 noon on the weekends. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. With tons of TVs, we've got you covered for any sport you want to watch. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says another day of high clouds and near normal temperatures. Cooler conditions anticipated today as a low-pressure system moves through the desert southwest. In the wake of this system, high pressure will build across the western states, which will translate into a warming trend into early next week, along with the return of above normal temperatures by Sunday. Our high in the valley yesterday, 77, the overnight low, 55. Mostly cloudy through mid-morning today with a high near 77. West wind 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 55. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Sunny on Thursday with a high near 73. West-northwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. 60 degrees downtown, 51% relative humidity. Wind out of the west 10 to 12 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, and the weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends. Everybody gets together at Burgers and Beer.
Take advantage of the red, white, and blue during this year's California Midwinter Fair and Fiesta. Enter to win 2 adult tickets and a parking pass, all valued at $23. Simply win by being the 12th caller when you hear the song.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action, Magic topped the Hornets 101-89. Hawks hammered the Knicks 116-100. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers slipped by the Celtics 105-104. Heat beat the Pistons 118-110. Pelicans, they rolled over the Raptors 139-98. It was the Nets 112, the 76ers 107. Pacers topped the Mavericks 137-120. Rockets, they beat the Spurs 114-101. Suns went overtime before they beat the Nuggets 117-107. And in college hoops, San Diego State Aztecs, they just can't win the games they have to win. Yeah, UNLV beat the Aztecs last night 62-58.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And let's take a look at Cactus League play. What happened yesterday? Giants beat up on the Brewers 13-8. Diamondbacks beat the Padres 5-3. And the Angels and the Dodgers teed it up. Angels shut out the Dodgers 4-0. And so, what else is happening? Well, taking a look at some of the action, the Red Sox say starting pitcher Lucas Giolito injured his elbow, and he's questionable. The Astros say Verlander, well, he's going to start the season on the injured list, as is Clayton Kershaw. And, well, nobody has signed some of the top free agents so far. Just waiting to see what happens. In the NFL, the Chargers released linebacker Eric Kendricks. Kendricks signed a 2-year, $13.25 million contract with the Chargers last offseason. The move saves the Chargers about $6.5 million. And the Denver Broncos say soon-to-be-released quarterback Russell Wilson now has permission to begin speaking and meeting with other teams in their home cities. And the Broncos announced earlier this week that Wilson would be released after the 2024 league year begins next week. And the Seattle Seahawks released safeties Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs, as well as tight end Will Disley. Again, money-saving moves by the NFL teams. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you this morning by Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, your business, your construction site, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Well, Wall Street is tuned in to Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell today. He will testify before Congress on the state of the economy and the central bank's plans for economic growth and perhaps rate cuts as it continues to battle inflation. Markets shifted firmly into the green after Powell's prepared remarks showed the Fed has likely reached the peak rate for this cycle and that it will likely be appropriate to begin dialing back on the interest rates as the inflation battle continues. And in other news, the Tesla plant in Berlin has shut down after an arson attack on the electric supply for the plant. Far-left groups are claiming responsibility. Meanwhile, a federal judge has allowed parts of a $250 million copyright lawsuit to proceed against Elon Musk's X, handing the social media company a blow as it faces allegations that it helped some people use artist music without permission. The decision exposes X, formerly known as Twitter, to claims that it gave paying verified subscribers more leeway than non-paying users to illegally share copyrighted music. The lawsuit filed last June by the National Music Publishers Association is proceeding forward. Elsewhere, what's happening on the big board? Well, right now, we are seeing green. Let's see if it stays that way.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be mostly cloudy through mid-morning today, then gradually clearing. Look for a high near 77. West wind 10 to 20 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 55. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Tomorrow is sunny with a high near 73. West-northwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. We have 61 degrees downtown, 51% relative humidity. Wind out of the west 10 to 12 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Postal. 4th and Heil El Centro offering 24-hour-a-day postal service. 365 days a year.
What's red, white, and moo? It's the California Midwinter Fair MPS. And when you visit the fair, make sure to stop by the KXO radio broadcast booth. Say hi to your favorite on-air people and register to win some great prizes. The KXO broadcast booth is brought to you by
Brownie's Diner, the Town Pump, and Imperial Valley's Drug-Free Communities Coalition.
KXO El Centro, California. Up next, CBS News. It is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation, and they remind you it's all here.